Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Sunday,
what up, everybody?
Y'all. Happy Sunday. We're just trying to, actually still get things together.
Yeah. Are you awake?
No.
I'm barely awake.
I woke up at 6. I think my honey woke me up at like 6:30, and then I was like, I'm not getting up. Just rub my butt. I'm going back to sleep. And then like 7:15, he's like, honey, you gotta get up.
I'm like, for an entire hour. An hour. I snoozed, and I'm like, okay.
You said you slept in yesterday, right?
I did. I got to sleep until 11:30, which is magical.
So exciting.
That's like not a typical morning for me. Like I put in about 6-7 hours by that time usually, so it felt amazing. I feel refreshed for sure.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. That's good. We need it sometimes.
Yes.
Definitely.
Listen to your body.
Well, happy Sunday, everybody. We're coming to you live on KDIF 102.9 in South Phoenix. You're listening to Loud Weed, Loud Women. We are the 420 show for the cannabis community surrounding the canna culture. Welcome to Season 3, Episode 4. We have been doing this for 24 shows now. This is our 24th show.
I can't believe that.
Isn't that crazy?
It went by so fast.
Super fast. I can't even...
We're about to have our anniversary.
Sure. We are.
Right?
That's coming up here any day now. Yep. We need to check. I think it's September.
Is it?
For the first...
I can't remember. I think you're right.
But I don't know. It came up on my Instagram the other day that we became friends a year ago.
I saw that.
So we created... that means we at least started the idea a year ago.
Yes.
That's nuts.
Can't believe it.
Exciting.
I know.
Yeah, we really need to find out when our year is.
And celebrate.
Someone needs to check that.
Celebrate.
Check that. So today we got the whole team on the mics. I mean, my sister's... Oh, that's my honey. My sister should be here any minute. Thank you, honey. What is that one?
Supposed to be 1 or 2. You only sent me one text.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Text.
It's fine. Thank you. Love you. Coffee deliveries are the best. Mm-hmm. Where was I? Oh, yeah. We got the whole team except my sister because she's still on her way.
She's on her way.
She's on her way. She'll be here.
She's en route.
Eventually. She sent the message and I was like, I'm just leaving the house too. She's like 15 minutes from my house.
Oh, goodness.
So
I got here fast today. I had like the floodgates opened and I just like got here. Yeah.
Nice. I love when that happens.
Me too.
You live super far. I do. It's
How a bit of a drive. It's like 45 minutes.
It's 40 minutes from my house to your house when I Googled it.
Yeah, I live clear out in Buckeye, so.
All right. So what are we doing today? Actually, we're going to chat about where we are.
Yep.
We're going to chat about where we're going, how we're managing through the mess of 2020, the mess of doing the show in 2020.
Yes.
Trying to get that together. Make sure you catch all of our past episodes on anchor.fm/loudweedaz, or you can catch all the content on linktree/loudweed.az. And do me a favor, if you're not already following us on Instagram, do that because you can really keep up to date with what we're doing. It's just the best place to see who we're paying attention to and who we're following and who we're supporting. There she is, our lovely producer.
Yes.
Hello. I think
morning.
I have your mic on.
Good morning.
I have your mic on.
Thank you.
Chu bueno. Oh, I don't have your mic on. It's not connected.
Love me. They don't love me.
Plug her in. I don't have to love you. You're my sister. Like, I got to deal with you
It's mandatory.
on the days.
Mandatory.
I don't even gotta like you.
Look beautiful.
I know. We're all pretty today.
We're
Look
ready
at
to
us.
get drunk after this. All right.
That's what we're
All
gonna do.
right. Let's do it.
How was your past couple weeks?
It was long. Yeah, it was long. It's still going.
Yeah.
I feel like this isn't even Sunday, to be honest. But
Right.
Yeah.
I know. All the days are running into each other. It's just like one long beep
yeah.
day.
Thursday, I thought it was Wednesday.
Dude.
And I completely missed a meeting with Corey. And yeah, I was like, crap.
I know.
Things
Lots of
happen.
stuff. Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
Does that work?
I
Can everybody see us?
I can see the back of your
Say
head
hi.
perfectly.
Nice.
It's great.
Who needs to see my face?
Yes.
What about you, Adge? How was your last 2 weeks?
Pretty much same old, just like home life. Everyone's getting a little stir crazy at my house. The boys are just like bored with life and trying to find the balance between like what is too much video and screen, like video games.
I don't
and
have
screen
any
time,
idea how to
dude.
find
Like,
that balance.
Some days I'm just like, I'm throwing in the towel, do
Has
whatever
anyone-
you want, melt into a blob of whatever.
I don't even care. I
can't.
don't care what you eat.
But then I'm
I
like,
don't care.
yeah, that's how I feel sometimes. And then I'm like, all right, dude, like bring it back. Let's go back to the basics. But it's hard just finding that balance. I've been a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
I can't wait for my kids. I'm just going to wake them up like just rude as hell. Like, time for school.
Dude, it's crazy.
Get up.
It's crazy. And like chores and like, dude, I don't know how many times I've like showed them how to like make sure that dishes are clean. It's like I just sound like a broken record, and I just am tired of listening to myself.
Yeah.
So.
Yesterday, Adam
Mom
was like,
problems.
Corona ruined my life.
Oh.
And I was like, I'm so sorry
I
you
know.
feel that way.
Daddy's like that too.
Yeah, and I'm like, but, you know, I was like, kiddo, there
I
are
feel bad for them.
children that lost their families, that lost their parents. Like, your life isn't ruined. It was inconvenience.
Yes.
You're going to be okay, bro.
100%. You're right. You're right about
You're
that.
going to be fine.
I need to remember that.
To be 6 and feel like your life has been ruined.
Well, I think they just miss like their friends, that interaction.
Yeah.
Like Danny can't wait to go to school, and he never wants to go to school. He's like, I can't wait. I can't wait to go.
But it's going to be so different for them.
I know.
And that's going to be weird. I was seeing like videos of what it's going to look like, and like you just see these children all far apart and sitting lunch apart, and they can't like interact at the playground. And
how does your child feel, Sarah? Because I know you do homeschool. And
yeah, he's like never been to a public school, so
he's
I don't
okay.
know. This has been interesting. It's changed a little bit.
You guys are used to traveling and being
we
outdoors
go out
and doing
into, like,
things.
public places a lot. So that's changed, but overall, as far as like, we don't have anxiety about going back to school or anything,
right?
Because he doesn't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's been interesting, but I think that we've been.
Yeah,
like,
we're losing our minds over here.
Yeah, I don't know what.
I know, right?
I don't know how to handle this anymore. I really don't.
Run away.
I really don't.
Run fast.
But then, like, where do you run to?
Already.
Because you can't
me
go
too. I have a
nowhere
suitcase
anyway.
fast. I do.
It's in my trunk right now.
I just gotta pick it up. We can go somewhere, anywhere.
We just need to go to somewhere with a washer and a dryer, and that's it. We're good. We're solid.
I know.
A fridge?
Yeah, I'll take a fridge. Need to put that liquor in something.
Right? Yes.
Gotta keep it cold.
I was just telling Franco I'm gonna go and like live in the mountains for a little bit and escape. Be away from like everything.
I could do that.
All technology. Like I need a take 5. I
know of a
reset.
place.
You do?
Yes.
Take me there.
I've been looking at Airbnbs for us to escape for a weekend.
That also needs to happen.
Yeah.
I need it.
Yeah.
And then we were talking about maybe taking a break this month, and Franco suggested maybe we all take a vacation and then just record out there.
Sponsored.
Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you for that, because I
Looking
told
for-
her no
Yeah,
breaks.
thanks.
Looking for
Consistency is
sponsors.
key.
I know. Looking for sponsors for our loud weed.
It'll be
Getaway.
difficult, but we'll
Please,
get through
we need a
this.
vacation.
We will get through
We
this.
will review your product
In the
in
middle
the
of
mountains.
In the mountains, yeah.
We'll let you know.
And take pictures.
Yes.
So how has the last month been for you, Sarah?
It's been pretty intense, honestly. I got sick. I got exposed. I didn't even leave my house. I had someone
Yeah,
come
you were
over,
the
and
one
I
of
was
us
like,
that doesn't go anywhere, doesn't
I
do
know.
anything, doesn't leave her house. You stayed, and because of your, you have issues with your immune system.
Yeah.
And so, it made sense for you to stay home and stay put, and having the ability to, and then you were the one that ended up getting sick.
It was like just a whole.
Was everyone else in your family okay? Your mom's good?
Everyone else was good. It was just me, and so the last like week or so has been like catching up.
Yeah.
Catching up on everything because I spent
Catching
about
back
a
up
week
on
in bed. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was just I don't know.
So, shout out to Dab and Baker for doing
yeah.
a
Oh my
special
goodness,
delivery for us.
girl. Yes.
That was amazing.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you so
seriously,
much.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. We love you, Carolyn. If you don't know who Dab and Baker is, I'm sorry for your life, but you should go find her right now
Go
on
find her.
Instagram.
No
and
joke.
Say hello.
Amazing edibles.
She puts up a menu every week, and
it's
everything
fire.
is delicious.
It's fire.
Everything
Oh,
is
so good.
delicious. She makes this like I think it's strawberry or raspberry yogurt compote something. I don't even know if I'm saying the right word, but it is
Yeah.
so bomb.
Yes.
So bomb. I was
I'm
about
gonna
to say a
put
bad
that on
word for the F it
everything. I
bucket. Just because
Just put it in there anyways.
We need the money for everything.
I know.
Shit's bomb. I think there's like $10 in there.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Speaking of, you could also buy merch. We got earrings. We have keychains.
Stickers.
I should have t-shirts this week. Hopefully. Hopefully.
Nice.
Yes, I'm excited about that.
Getting it done.
Yes.
Yep.
Nug Assassin. Shout out to Fun Size. She's working on a little logo for us.
That's exciting.
She's going to fem that up a little bit.
That's exciting.
I still have to share her videos and stuff of when she was rapping at Shalina's little shindig.
Oh yeah, you're going to have to share that.
Yeah.
Brown Girls Movement. They're all dope.
That's cool.
Yeah, they're all dope. We got to get them on the show for sure. All right, so the Higher Report. High news for high people. You want to do the Mutha Facts today? I have them right now for you. You can do them.
Yeah.
I did it on the smart. Well, okay, so let me do my Higher Report.
But I can't read.
I give up on you. I give up. I give up. Dad, I give up.
I can't.
I'm over it.
That's it.
I've been trying. How old are you now? 28?
25. What do you... Don't do that to me.
Calm down.
I'm just kidding. I'm 32.
I seriously thought you were still like 28, 29. Go
32.
you.
32. got good blood. You know what I mean?
88, yeah.
Nice.
1988.
So it's Sunday, August 2nd. There are a ton of ways to celebrate today. It's National Family Day. And because it's the first Sunday in August, it's also National Friendship Day and National Sister Day. And I feel like, even though you're actually my sister, but through all of this and what we're going through,
By adoption.
and just kidding. Yeah, you were adopted.
Yeah, right?
We definitely found you and felt bad.
That's funny.
But you guys are my friends. You guys are my sisters, and
Totally.
you guys are family. I love you guys so much.
100%.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for dealing with me on my bad days.
Likewise.
Yeah.
Double time.
I was explaining to someone what Sarah does for us, like kind of how she helps and all the things that she does behind the scenes that no one even realizes, that all the work she does. And I was like, and then she has to deal with me. So that's why we pay her.
Yeah. Yeah. She's awesome.
Yeah.
That's the
You're
best part,
awesome.
though. I love dealing with you.
Thanks. You're the only one.
No.
Yeah.
Not true.
So I'm really proud of where we are, where we're going, how we keep each other in check. Thank you, ladies. I love you.
Yes.
It's also National Dinosaur Day. It's also National Coloring Book Day. It's National Kids Day. And it's International Forgiveness Day.
Okay.
Personally, I'm ready to celebrate dinosaurs. I just
just
posted the
immediately
other day.
thought of my nephew when you said that. He's gonna be
I posted the
stoked.
other day that I'm not forgiving anyone. Like, if we fell off, we fell off.
No
That's it.
forgiveness.
That's
No
it.
forgiveness.
Not forgiving anyone in 2020. But if you want to forgive someone, today's the day. Go ahead.
Okay.
Bet that up the long way.
2020th year for forgiveness. It's not happening. And then I spent so much time the last few days looking over the news and what can I talk about this weekend in the Higher Report, and it's just been Corona this and Corona that, and I'm so over it. But that's all there is in the news. I went through the good news, and it was like,
What is the good news? Because I want to hear that.
there was good news. There was things like a cop bought a homeless guy's shoes. And that's
okay,
nice.
that's
Cool.
nice.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
I like that.
But they're like, a dog saved a kid's life, and that's amazing. But I don't know. I couldn't find anything to talk. I don't know. The world's crazy. School's going back. The whole world is just absolutely in shambles. The challenges we're facing between people on unemployment, our government, our president, elections, COVID.
TikTok's going away.
Oh, yeah.
That
So what's
can't
going on with
happen.
that? Explain that, because
Okay.
I mean, how are they gonna ban
So
it?
all I can tell you is my theory and what I've kind of seen
Elaborate.
around. Okay, so a few, I don't know, maybe a month ago or so, Trump was having his little thingies around. I think he had one here, and some little teeny boppers spread the word to buy the tickets to go to his events but not show up. So he was thinking he was going to have these huge stands of people, and no one was there.
That's really what it's over?
So, and then, he throws a hissy fit, and then Twitter taking him off for a while. So he's all upset, and he's blaming it on the fact that China owns TikTok.
So that's what I've been hearing.
Yeah.
That they're spying, like they own it, and so they're spying, and also like...
I don't know if y'all have heard of
I don't
Facebook,
know.
but they've been doing that for a while, guys. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, you've been giving your information to the government since iPhone started. They've had it.
Phones, yeah.
They've been listening.
I mean,
we all know
even
this.
if you're
it's
on
not
like Access or anything, like all your information is
true.
right there. Like, anything you sign up for the state,
they know
ID, everything.
Right. But I don't think it's our government as much as like because China owns it, they're tapping into the U.S. stuff.
I just know my daughter's freaking out.
I don't know. I know.
That's
There's
it.
lots of meltdowns
freaking out right
happening.
now.
Yeah.
There's actually was a video of one of our nieces crying.
Right.
Because
Swear to God.
they don't.
Like,
I mean, this is how they're
all saying
connecting
bye
with
to
their friends.
Yeah.
This is how they're connecting with their friends, with the outside world. They're dancing
what
and
else?
and
Olivia, what else?
and it's like, how are you going to
Olivia's
keep?
so cute.
My
She's like,
son
I
is-
got 500 views today.
Oh,
Shit.
I love it.
High five!
TikTok
There goes the
famous.
effort
So our
bucket.
F-It bucket has $3 today.
You're welcome.
Phoenix also set record heat 2 days in a row.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, they did.
So I have a theory.
Making it rain up in here.
I got dollars just in case.
She's like, oh, I'm on air today.
I went to get gas right now last night, and I was like, oh, I should get like one. Just in case.
Yeah.
You know me.
I love it.
So I have a theory. We got the whole Mayan calendar thing wrong, and it's not 2012, it's 2021.
What?
We got the whole Mayan calendar thing wrong. Remember in 2012 the world was ending?
Yeah.
Remember? It's going to be 2021. Please.
Fantastic.
Because I can't take this more. I'm over it.
For real.
Done. Ready to go. Okay, so then I was like, okay, well, let's move into news about marijuana. And the only things I could find was our governor says that he does not support the Smart and Safe initiative.
I saw that.
Wow.
65% of Arizonans do. They submitted 421,000 signatures, I think. So according to High Ground Public Affairs, 65% of Arizonans support the Smart and Safe initiative. So with the Mutha Facts, we're going to bring you 5 facts about that initiative. And are you ready?
Yeah.
It starts right there in the blue. We need a little...
Did you hear that? All right. So the Mutha Facts. Smart and Safe Arizona is a citizen-led initiative. Oh, wait. That was number 1.
That was number 1.
Number 2. You guys, I can't read. My heart is beating. Okay. So the act calls for the licensing of about 160 retail cannabis stores in the state. The majority of the licenses would go to the pre-existing 130 licensed medical dispensaries. The state would allocate 26 additional social equity licenses and a handful of new licenses in, I can't say this, rural that counties that currently fewer than 2 medical dispensaries. Number 3, all retail cannabis products would be subject to a 16% excise tax.
So an excise tax is kind of like an add-on. I had to find that out. You have it's basically like how cigarettes.
That's insane. So
yeah,
meaning if you stay on medical, does that mean that the medical?
They haven't even put any differentiation into that I've seen. I don't know that I've seen it, but as far as I can see, I think if you're a medical patient, but
stay a medical patient.
Yeah, but as far as I have seen, I don't know how they're going to make that transition. I think that there's going to be some that can sell both. There's going to be some that can sell only recreational. I seen that in California where there was only recreational dispensaries.
Yeah, they do have that.
So they might be doing something like that. But they're going based off of a Colorado kind of feel vibe. They're taking more from Colorado because they've been doing it for so long. But there aren't a lot of things in the initiative that speak on patients that are current or going to be in the future.
Right.
Which scares me. Cause
Right.
Like, I lived in Colorado, and it did. Like, the rec scene just buries the medical scene. Like, it wasn't really a great place to be a patient at.
I mean,
I didn't actually live
true.
in Denver, so.
Yeah. That makes sense because I don't see anything, everything that I've seen, I don't see anything positive for patients. I don't see, they say that on the last fact, we can talk about that one.
Oh, we want me to skip one or should I?
Oh, no, go ahead.
Should I go into the fourth one?
So the excise tax is an additional tax. That's
Right.
my point.
All right. So number 4, adults will be able to possess 1 ounce of marijuana with no more than 5 grams of it being marijuana concentrate. Well, that's some baloney.
It is baloney.
The law limits home cultivation to 6 plants at an individual's primary residence and 12 plants at a residence where 2 or more individuals who are at least 21 years old reside at one time. Huh.
So
My son's 16, 17.
Yeah.
So number 5, beginning on July 12th, 2021, people convicted previously of possessing less than an ounce of marijuana, ridiculous, or 6 or fewer plants of or paraphernalia can petition to have the record expunged.
Yeah. So they can, all they can do is get it expunged. There's not even like that's what I was going to talk about. There's
like
not even like a redemption. There's no like, okay, let's get people out of prison that shouldn't be there for nonviolent crimes.
It's
There's
such a small amount too. Like,
Yeah.
And then
to
all you're going to do
qualify
is get
for
it
it,
expunged.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's bigger than that. I think we need to come together more as a community and kind of fight harder for that to happen, you know, and that's, you know, one of the main things is education. Like, I think it's bullshit. I'll put $5 in for that one. But I think it's bullcrap because, you know, they don't deserve that. Then they come out and they can't even get their lives together because they have felonies.
Yep.
You know, nobody will accept them as a job, as an apartment renter, anything. So it's hard for them to even get back on track from that. So that's why it's just,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's crap.
Yeah. I would like to vote for something that has a little bit more into it than, I mean, being able to grow is great, but aside from that, I don't see a whole lot of, that's a bonus, that's a reason, that's why. It's just I still can't have all that I want on me at one time. Like,
I mean, I don't
for
know.
me to only have 1 ounce.
I don't know how to grow. So
I can't.
I mean, that's
I
I can barely even keep the flowers in my bathroom alive.
Story.
So like you know, like that's I don't know. So it's gonna be hard to only an ounce. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's insane.
Yeah. There are people that need more than that a week. And that's I mean, even the 2.5 that were allotted every 2 weeks is I've run out of that because I've been in pain or because I've, you know, needed extra or because I decided to make some edibles. So I bought an ounce to suffice that. And then that only goes so far. But then, you know what I mean? So like to only be able to have, I mean, it's saying you only have an ounce in possession. So does that mean in your home you would only be able to have 1 ounce at a time? What about all the plants you're growing?
I know.
It just doesn't make
any sense.
It doesn't make any sense. Like,
I'm confused. I don't know. All right, so we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to jump into our smoke circle, chat about what we're maintaining through all this. You're listening to Loud Weed, Loud Women Elevate, Educate, and Discuss on KDIF 102.9 in South Phoenix.
woo, woo, woo.
We'll be right back. Hi, hello, and welcome to our show, Loud Weed, Loud Women Elevate, Educate, and Discuss. Before we get started, I want to take a second to tell you all about Anchor. This whole entire host makes it really, really easy to get your podcast up and running. It's absolutely free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit right from your phone or your computer. Plus, Anchor does all the work for you. They get it distributed onto places like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You get to make money from the very first listen. It's literally everything you need to make a podcast in one. All you have to do is download the free Anchor app or go to Anchor FM to get started. Let's get to the show. What's up? Welcome back.
Yo.
You're listening to Loud Weed, Loud Women Elevate, Educate, and Discuss on KIF 102.9 in South Phoenix. I think we are going to have to move that fan a little bit because I can totes hear it. It's hot.
It's hot.
We're in Phoenix, Arizona.
It's not cold.
It's, I don't know. I don't know if you guys stepped outside, but it is gross.
It is.
It's gross. Did you guys see the sun this morning, though?
Yeah.
No, what happened?
It was like
I missed it.
reddish orange, right. And the clouds are all over it, so it was just hazy and this energy. I was like, oh my goodness, it's gonna be a day.
That's awesome.
It's gonna be a day. It's definitely been a day.
I didn't want to sit down, but I guess I'm gonna.
Oh, it's been a day.
All right, so we apologize for the fan noise. But
yeah, but it's hot.
It's hot. Get over it.
We'll talk louder.
We got the whole team on mics today. Yay! That's exciting. I love when that happens. I love hunkering down with you guys and kind of reviving.
Miss our guests, but this is nice.
Right? You might hear me eat a donut.
ASMR.
Dude, that donut didn't stand a chance. I killed it in seconds.
I'm gonna have to go get one.
Record time.
This is my second one.
I'm gonna have to go get one. I might ask you to go get me one right now.
No,
maybe, possibly. I might pull executive big sister.
That don't work around here.
So, all right, so we're just going to powwow through some stuff today. We have each of us pulled together some things that we just wanted to talk about, something that we wanted to bring up, or and I think mental health was just kind of
the theme
on a lot of our minds.
I feel so. Yeah.
So, and then we're
all crazy, you guys.
We are all crazy.
And then at the end, we're going to put a twist to it. My sister has some super important to talk about. So, stay tuned. Make sure you follow with us. Let's start it off with Miss Sage. What did you want to talk about today?
So today for me, it's something that's been really important is just health, well-being, and the things that you can do to kind of ground yourself and rewire your thoughts if you're feeling any type of way other than your best self. So that's something for me. If it's been a theme for me, I don't know if anyone who watches my stories, like I've been a little down in the dumps, just trying to use daily affirmations, just things that if I start to have a negative thought, I will just kind of move that out of the way and say something positive. So I don't know.
You're going to have to tell me how to do that.
Yeah. It's just changing that thought. So in that moment, like just overthinking things. And then like I have just positive affirmations like happiness is my birthright, or, like I speak with my truth, or just little things to kind of like, the more you say it, the more you believe it. And I've said it a million times on the show that energy goes where the intention flows. So wherever your intention is where the energy is going to go. If you're negative, then it's going to feel like things are starting to like fall apart around you, and that's because that's what you're putting out into the energy. So
100%.
So that's something for me, is just rewiring those thoughts. So I brought some stuff today that I do in my home whenever I start to feel a little crazy. The one thing I did want to talk about was smudging. I don't know if you guys know what smudging is.
I do.
Yep. So it's a way to like energetically cleanse your space, yourself, whatever you need. So there's things like sage, cedar, like sage bundles. You can just go in and like clear your home. You can smudge yourself. I brought you guys today some Palo Santo. So
I love Palo Santo.
Yeah, so it's a holy wood. It's good again for energetically cleaning. It's good for things like anxiety. And it just smells really good.
From what I've done research, sage cleans out all energies.
All energy.
Everything. It gets rid of all of it.
Yep.
So if you want good intention, you have to put that back in the space.
Yep.
Whereas Palo Santo gets rid of negative energy. So if you need to just move the negative energy, which is what we need.
Yep, right. Exactly. And everything this is just like scratching the surface. There's so many things. I mean, I smudge with things like this and like the smudge sticks, but I also have like a metal bowl where I use coal, and I can like sprinkle like lavender, rosemary, other kinds of resins and copals and things like that. And it just smells good and it feels good, and it just, I don't know. I mean, for me, I'm the type of person where I pick up on energy immediately, and I can feel like if someone is draining and things like that. So like for me, I like to kind of cleanse myself and kind of like just cut that off. So I brought these for you guys. Another thing that I like to depend on is aromatherapy. So I brought some essential oils today. I have a diffuser at home where I just put water, put a few drops of these, and just let it roll. I also rely on incense and things like that. But also with my essential oils, I don't really wear perfume. I just put these on. So there's a bunch of different kinds. They all have different benefits and healing properties. So I do rely on those. My favorite, though, is lavender, eucalyptus, and this one's called Chill Pill.
Have you, on Instagram, have you followed the Flower Child Bruja?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'll check it out.
So she's incredible. She's from here, from South Phoenix. I met her a couple years ago, and I'm not sure how, but we just vibed. And there's just something about her spirit that is just the most loveliest. She radiates. I love her. But she has an amazing line of smudge sticks. She does a bundle with Palo Santo and lavender, and that's where I got introduced to it. And it's my favorite thing to burn.
It's amazing.
My favorite.
I love it. My house always smells like that. I always smell like oils. That's my most favorite. And then another thing that I do is I make my own sprays. So I'll use like distilled water and just different blends of oils. And so I'll spritz my pillows, my car, my air, like where I'm sitting, just to kind of, aromatherapy is huge. I'm a huge believer of it. It's also, I don't know, for me, it kind of also just takes away like that smoky smell. Like if I smoke a blunt at home or something like that, if you light Palo Santo, like it will eliminate that smell too. So, I mean, there's a bunch of pluses to it.
Benefits.
So, so essential oils. Another thing that I do, and I talked about this on a live maybe a couple months ago, was dream boards. We're back.
There it is. What? I was like, wait a minute, where are we?
Dream boards. Dream boards. So I don't know, do you guys know dream boards? Have you done anything like that? So getting, just grabbing some magazines, grabbing a, like a poster board. And just like cutting things out and kind of manifesting, like, I know that I have one at home, and travel was a big one for me, and I put that out there for me, and I did travel.
I'm gonna make my family do that.
If I look at things,
get ready for projects, guys. When we get home,
let's get more people in on it.
On the same one. Dream boards are huge. Great. That's something that I do. It helps me, and I go back and look at it, and I'm like, shoot, like I did that. That's happening.
That's always
it's
fun.
Crazy. So it's just again putting that positive intention. Positive intention. So dream boards. I also have my family, we do a goal jar. So this is just like a mason jar where everybody writes down goals. And we do this every New Year's Eve.
Okay.
We'll write new ones, but every New Year's Eve we will read them out loud to each other and be like, hey, I did do that, or hey, I did do that.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yes. Nice. So, and then every now and then, like around the full moon and stuff, I'll go in and smudge it and just put some more like positive intention and love into it. So if you guys ever want to put anything in the goal jar, that's another thing that we do.
Okay.
Another thing that's important to me is crystals. I love crystals and stones and like healing properties and just knowing all about all that stuff. So I rely on.
What are your favorite stones?
I love rose quartz and amethyst.
Amethyst is
I'm an amethyst.
Yep. I like citrine. I just like them all.
I love jade.
Yep. My house is like definitely has stones everywhere.
The black, it's like black tourmaline.
Black tourmaline.
Yeah.
Tourmaline?
That's a good one. Good one for protection.
Beautiful.
Yep. I have a bunch of stuff like that. So for me, my house is gridded with a bunch of stones. I feel like it brings positive light to my house. And then, like I said, I look at these books and rely on like what the meanings are. And so one thing for me with stones is I never go out on a mission like looking for something specific. I just let that stone come to me.
Yes.
The one that draws my attention is the one that I'll look up in my book, and 9 times out of 10 it's giving me something that I need, and I didn't even realize it. So you get attracted to the stones, they come to you.
Yeah. So. I was in a store the other day, and this amethyst kept just calling my name, and I just kept like going back to it. And then next to it there was a really beautiful one. Yeah, it was screaming at me.
Yep.
And next to it there was a very beautiful one, and it stood really tall, and it had this elegance to it.
Love it.
And the lady was like, "That's not the one calling you." And I was like,
"It's crazy."
Okay.
It's crazy. So a few weeks ago, when I had to go take care of my grandfather, he has his little compound, like my aunt lives there and my cousin lives there. Anyway, outside of my cousin's house, there was this huge rock, like huge, dude, like 25, 30 pounds. Caught my attention, and I look and I'm like, holy crap. This is an amethyst stone, like 25, 30 pounds. Wow. I looked at my cousin and I'm like, dude, what do I have to do to get this from you? Like, whatever you want, I will get. Like, and he's like, oh, I just won that on a bet. Like, this guy couldn't pay up, so he's mines for amethyst. So where I'm from in Silver City, you can mine for amethyst. So it's huge there. Awesome. So it's fluorite and things like that.
Worth a lot,
dude. So
a lot.
Yeah. So he was like on the fence, and then he's like, no, if you want it, you can have it. And I was like, oh my god. So I have this huge amethyst that I brought home.
That's beautiful,
dude. And I just like want to polish it, or like, I don't know, get it appraised. Like, it's amazing, and I would never get rid of it, like, ever in a million
years. But it would be interesting to find out.
I just want to know.
Yeah,
I just know about it.
Yeah,
I'll send you a picture, dude. It's so awesome. It's so beautiful. And like, my dad's a miner, and so one time a vein busted at the mine, and he was like, I went to visit, and he's like, hey, I picked up some rocks for you at the mine. I know you like them. And I'm like, yeah, for real. And then I like go outside, and there are these huge pieces of fluorite, dude, from the mine. And I'm like, he has no idea. Like, what,
you don't even know what you just
did. Made my life right now.
That's interesting. So our grandfather was a miner. Me and Christina, and our dad did it. I mean, from like, I think he said he was 12 when he started, or 14, something like that. And then he did it till he became a truck driver.
That's awesome.
So that's interesting that, because I love rocks.
I know.
My son Adam loves rocks.
I love
He'll walk around and he's like that. I mean, there's times where I'm like, put the rocks down. You don't need 45 rocks, bro.
That's crazy.
But and he
rocks everywhere.
I know. It's so
everywhere.
true.
I have them all over
like,
my
I know where
windowsill.
they're from and everything.
Yep. And me, I'll do that too. Even like when I travel and things like that, like I'll pick something up and put them in my bra, my pocket.
If I'm having a really bad day, you'll find a rose quartz in my bra.
Yep. I have a little pouch that I can put different stones in and wear that. Like, it is my lifeline, so it's something that's important to me. The other thing that I brought was just a coloring book, which is, we were talking about coloring
National
books.
Coloring Day.
National Coloring Day. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, so I have this book, and I haven't gotten started yet, but I had this app on my phone. And so you kind of just vibe out and just color. So it's just, these are all things that I'm doing. Breathing techniques, getting back into my yoga practice a little bit more.
Can you actually elaborate on breathing techniques? Because that's been something I've been kind of
breathwork,
interested on. It just feels like my honey was telling me that when I get upset I don't breathe. And I've been so upset for the last few months. 100%. It's just been the vibe, the energy, whatever it is, but I can't let it go. And sometimes he's like, babe, are you breathing? And I'm like, I don't think so.
Yeah. No, and that's the thing is, when you start to feel stress or anxious or anything, your heart starts racing. When you're having a panic attack, you're like, you're breathing fast, you're breathing fast. So the one thing to do is slow the breathing down. Like, just inhale through the nose and exhale, like calm yourself down. And like, that will shift you into the present. It will slow you down a little bit. It will shift your mind frame, because when you're having an anxiety attack, it's like you don't know where to turn. You're going in circles. You don't, you can't breathe. It's just spiraling.
For me, I feel spiraling. I feel like if I move, I'm going to throw up everywhere.
Yep. Right. Yeah. So just, start to slow down the breathing. You can do like inhale to the count of 3, exhale to the count of 3, and then inhale to the count of 4, exhale to the count of 4. And like over time, like that's going to calm you down, and you're going to chill out a little bit. Another thing is just, looking around you and naming 3 things you can touch, 3 things you can see, 3 things you can smell, and just shifting your mind from kind of spiraling. But breathing is huge. Anytime that you're paying attention to your breathing, you're always living in the present moment. And it's hard for people to get to that space and get to that place in your brain where you can calm yourself down, but it's huge and it works. 100%. So
awesome.
I don't know, I just make a little nest at home with all my stuff that I need, and I light incense, and I'll take that time for myself to chill out and just take 5. So.
For me, when the teenagers are having a really tough time, I go through and I smudge their rooms, and I'll smudge the house, and it's always putting out. I always use sage when I'm doing a full for everybody. But I think that me learning that the other day was like, okay, once I do that, you have to bring the positive back into the house.
Yep.
Sometimes you have to remember you're the toxic one.
Yep. And you don't even know too exactly, and you don't know like what energy that you're picking up when you leave the house. People that are around you,
just walk past.
Right.
You.
What? Yeah. Exactly. What they're dealing with might stick to you. So sometimes, like you said, you bring that energy in the house. So you just got to cleanse, like energetically cleanse. It's a thing. You'll feel better. You feel lighter.
Yeah. I'm a sucker for moon water. That's my...
Oh, I know.
Oh, yeah.
I make my moon water every full
moon.
moon.
Yep. Moon water. I leave my crystals out.
What is moon water?
Okay. So you know how Mom makes sun tea?
Yeah.
You remember Mom's sun tea? Okay. The same way Yolanda does that, you put the water out underneath the full moon and it charges it. It gives it the energy. So then you take it out before the sun hits it. So I have to get up at like 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning and bring it inside. And I just have it sitting on my dresser for the month. And I just use that there for the first few days. I'll drink it every single day. Like I'll just take that energy in. And then throughout the rest of the month, whenever I'm feeling like I need something more, I need more than, because I don't rely on any medicine. I don't take anything for even a headache.
Yeah, right.
So when I'm having a really tough time, whether it be emotionally, mentally, physically, I'll drink that moon water, and it's just a reminder to like a cleanse or like a and then I put my crystals out with it, and I always actually put it into one of my plants. I have a Crown Royal bottle. I don't know. It's pretty. Crown Royal bottles are beautiful. So I'll take that and I put it into one of my plants because I like for it to be in the earth. Yeah. I like for it to have some soil and some just all that. Yeah. So it's just I don't know.
No, yeah, totally. Another thing that I like to do too is just, go to a park by my house, take my shoes off, and just walk on the grass. Like, that's also very grounding. Sitting under a tree, and just soaking in just those elements. Like, those are things that work for me. They might not work for everybody, but if there's anybody listening who resonates, like, take what you can. Like, those are the things that I do.
Or try something new.
You
never know.
Yeah, 100%.
Maybe you'll hate sitting under a tree, but maybe you'll like walking in grass.
Yeah, right. And, you'll walk away feeling much better. I promise.
Yes. It's too hot outside.
It is. You're right.
It is Phoenix, Arizona. But, in like September.
Take advantage. Drive up north.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
From the mountains.
Down with that.
Where the trees are.
I just want to sit in a stream, like drink a beer.
We were tempted yesterday to drive. We went to, so my son got a new job and he's working on like Buckeye and something. So we went out there, and then my honey was like, well, we're on the south side. We might as well go get Tres Leches. So we went over to Tres Leches and got a coffee, and I was like, we should go up to South Mountain since we're here. And it's been calling my name, so I think maybe we need to do that. Some nature. I love South Mountain.
I need the disconnect for sure.
Yeah. You're right. It's just so hot.
It is. We should do like a camping trip.
No, we're just all visioning today. The show of manifestation.
That's how we manifest.
Yes. Putting it out there. Putting it out there.
So what do you have for us, Sarah?
Well, I was just going to talk about, the ways that I get through, but it's a lot of the same ways that age does.
It's funny how we connected that way. Yeah, but talk about it. What are you like? What are some ways that you find to do the same thing?
I do a lot of like smoke cleaning. I have a lot of incense. I don't burn tons of sage. I do.
So you like
I try
incense
to do some meditating.
over? You like incense over sage, but it's the same.
There's because
in sages, I mean, we have like 20 different kinds of incenses at my work. So I'd imagine.
Yeah, incense is rolled in herbs usually. So
is it weird that the only incense I like is vampire blood?
Vampire blood's good.
What's that say about me?
Do you guys have
I don't know what that one is.
It's good.
No.
That's awesome.
Do you have
awesome,
Nag Champa over there?
Oh yeah.
Lots of Nag
That's
Champa,
my favorite.
We have to keep that
Tiger's
on stock.
blood.
I might have tiger's blood right now. I might not.
Or dragon's blood.
Reminds me of like a snow
I have
cone.
dragon's blood.
Dragon's blood.
I have dragon's blood. I have
Yeah.
vampire's blood. But that vampire blood, though,
all the bloods.
There's something about it. I don't know. It smells
blood
so
magic.
good.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of blood magic to get through COVID.
Yep.
Magic.
No, but I like, water, I think.
Oh,
I think
that's your element, huh?
Yeah, so I was excited because I'm like 5 hours from the coast, but I still haven't been to the ocean yet.
Okay.
Since I came back from Hawaii, so
you
that
need
was
to
like
go.
a year and a half ago.
To go.
I know I was gonna
have to
go
go.
this summer, but no traveling now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
no
were
travels.
lucky to get into San Diego the weekend it opened. We
Right?
didn't even know. We were like, okay, we need to get out. We need some time. We need some space for just us. So and I love San Diego. I love the
San
energy
Diego.
there. I love the food,
It's
the people.
amazing.
And I was like, you know what? If we're holed up in a hotel for 3 days, it's fine.
At least you're in San Diego.
Yeah, and just
Yeah.
let me breathe the air.
need
But
some
we
passion.
happened, like the
The
day we
ocean
got
air.
there, they opened back up.
Ah.
So we got to
Lucky.
just be on the ocean. And there was no one there. Like we ended up finding this nice little hotel, and we spent like 2 hours just walking along the beach completely by ourselves. It was beautiful.
I love that.
It was
I need that
amazing.
in my life.
Yeah.
It sounds amazing.
Highly
I
recommend
need
that.
that in my
The
life. I've been
ocean.
bugging Danny to.
How
let's
do
something.
you supplement water?
Well, I have a pool
Here.
now.
Nice.
Got a pool. That's like, yeah. So I spend a lot of time in the pool, or
Yeah.
planning camping trips that I'm not going on right now.
We'll just
So
talk
hot.
about them. I know.
Right? I miss the trees. I definitely miss the mountains. Miss Colorado during the summer.
Oh,
Used to
yeah.
spend a lot of time in the mountains when I lived in Colorado.
Is the weather better?
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, but the elevation, no.
Yeah.
Like long term,
Oh,
that
yeah.
just gets to me, and I couldn't.
That's
stay
New Mexico
there.
too. The
Yeah,
elevation, yeah.
Yeah, I lived in Colorado for almost 3 years, but it was rough. It was
I
rough,
love it up
but
there.
Yeah.
with the elevation. But it's super pretty. It's really pretty.
So gorgeous.
So you said that you also wanted to touch down on DC. What did you see about that?
Just kind
Just
of what
the same
you covered
thing?
in the Higher
Yeah.
Report. Yeah, that he was,
Yeah.
not for it, but
I read that he wasn't for it because there wasn't enough in it.
yes.
And I just can't help but agree.
I would agree. Yeah,
Like,
it's really
I don't-
hard. It's kind of a trash
I mean,
bill.
of course, I want marijuana for everybody.
Right.
Yes.
I want to not feel guilty as a mom to medicate. I want
That's
to feel like
true.
the wine moms who are like, woo!
I know, right?
Yes,
It's-
Yeah, look,
exactly.
it's 2:00 in the afternoon. It's 10:00 in the morning. Like I smoke all day too, homegirl. Like why are you?
Why do you get to
Why do you get to
represent?
show it on TikTok
Yeah,
and I can't?
I know. It's true. It's so true.
So
One
like
day.
I
Dang it, TikTok.
and I kind of feel the exact same way. As much as I'm like, I mean, I love my country, but I'm not really happy with my government. As I think that's kind of what a lot of us as citizens, there are some people who are like, I see it on the internet, especially teenagers. I hate that I'm in America. And like, America is a beautiful place.
It
We're
really
founded
is.
on some beautiful ideas. We're just kind of in a, shit show right now. And
But everyone can make it beautiful, though. Like,
Yeah.
just be accountable for yourself.
For
be
your
a good
own
person.
self.
Like, yeah,
Exactly.
be mindful of your neighbor, and like, it will be okay. But everyone's just spiraling. All the Karens and Sharons and. like, dude, like,
Stop being a Karen.
Man. Karen's gone wild.
Yeah, Karen's gone wild.
Cody,
Seriously.
Chad.
Outta here.
Seriously.
We have a
like,
Chad in our family. He's cool though.
Yeah, he is. Cool.
It's just overwhelming. I don't like how people are. I don't. It drives me crazy.
It's pretty nuts. Yeah, so okay, well, leading into that, then I'll just go on and start my little segment. What I did was I kind of gave a few things to specifically bring yourself back. So just some key points to remember. The first one is be kind to your body. During this time, people are home more. You're binge eating, you're snacking,
Yes.
or maybe you're working more and you're eating less. Whatever the case may be, if you're gaining weight, if you're losing weight, your body is putting you through a lot right now. The anxiety, the worry, the stress.
Be kind to
Yeah,
yourself.
just whatever it is that your body needs, take it. If you need a pint of ice cream, or if you need to
Do
go
it.
for a
It's
run,
true.
or if you need to go for a walk, or you need to breathe or sage, whatever it is your body is telling you, hey, I need this, do that.
Yep.
Just eat that ice cream, homegirl.
Yep.
It's gonna
Love
be fine.
yourself. Be kind.
Mm-hmm. I posted the other day that I was going to go back onto my diet and all that, and then like the next day I had a beer. And I felt guilty because I posted them from one day to the next, and then I was like, you know what?
It's everyone.
Who cares?
Though. Yeah, and it's everyone.
Does anybody really care whether I'm fat or skinny? No.
I know.
Nobody gives a crap right now.
Biggest critic, though.
Guilt tripping yourself is the hardest part of that. Yeah.
Totally.
I've been trying to gain weight since I was like 13. So.
I wish.
Yeah,
that was
and
my
it's
problem.
it's insane how us women are. We just can't.
I don't have that problem.
Like, okay,
that donut I just ate.
For me and my
10 pounds.
sister, she's always been the skinnier one. She's always been the more outgoing one. She's always been the prettier one in my mind. And it took a long time.
You're so sweet.
I know, I love you.
Facts. No, I'm just kidding.
But it's true. Like, she's always been the one that's been more outgoing, more willing to say, F y'all, I don't care how you feel about me. And that's always been something I've looked up to her for.
Yes, I
that
love that.
Simple, like,
I love that.
But then I know that
you
there's
carry that well, dude. Your confidence well.
Yeah, there's a turn in that where I know she looks up to me in the same way.
Absolutely.
She sees me as a mom, as a woman, as pushing myself in my business and who I am and what I say no to and what I say yes to, what I allow myself. So we have that same commonality of like, I want to be my sister in some ways, but in some ways she wants to be like me. Yep. And there's nothing wrong with either one of us.
Not at all.
At all.
Everybody brings something different to the table that makes the complete like relationship.
Yeah.
You know, that's how I am with my sister. We are night and day, 100%. You know, 100%. But I mean, she's the one that calls and checks in. She's younger than me, but she calls to check in, texts me all the time.
Yeah.
You know, like she even just like intuition, like, is everything okay? Just wanted to check in. Like, you know, and I'm just different in that sense. Like, we don't have our mom as this bigger sibling, older sibling. Like, I try and like fill that void as best I can for her and like, you know, really spoil my nephews like the way that I think my mom would, or try and like give her any guidance that I can the way that my mom would. But that makes our solid relationship for sure.
Yep. So taking the time to feed yourself correctly, taking in water, exercising not only your body but your mind, loving yourself unconditionally. If you forgive anyone, just forgive yourself today.
Yes.
Forgive yourself. That's the most important.
Forgive yourself.
So
it is
important.
You can't forgive anyone
through,
if you can't forgive yourself.
I 100% agree. And, you know, I think the biggest thing, the reason that we had this was the last few weeks have been so difficult for us, all individually. We've all had our own
crazy
things going on, and we were just kind of like, do we not have a show? Do we take a break? Half of us are like, no, we have to be consistent. Half of us are like, no, I can't do
one
this.
of us.
I'm
oh yeah,
too.
Yes,
That's right.
And
it was half.
And I think I was the only one that was like, no, I want to take a break. I need a break. I'm not okay. And it takes the team of us to say like,
let's do it.
What are we gonna do? How are we gonna handle this? But at the end of the day, if I were to say, you know what, guys, I'm not gonna have a show today. I know that I have the ability to count on the three of you, the two of you, even if it's just one of you shows up to
do something,
to make sure that we can get this right. Even if it's to the point where we call Franco and we're like, can you just play a replay?
Seriously.
Found that out today.
We can do that. That's allowed.
I know,
reruns.
Yeah, so just forgive yourself. Just be okay with who you are in the moment, in the day. If all you did was wake up and feed your children...
That's
girl,
a move.
you did it.
That's a move.
Like it,
sorry, guys.
Or if all you did was enjoy your day and you took a vacation.
It's okay
for yourself.
to be selfish,
like,
and that's something I'm
that's
learning.
Okay.
I'm learning it's okay to say no. It's okay to say, you know what, I don't want to cook dinner today. Like,
yeah,
you guys
I did
just make
night.
some mac
I
and
was
cheese.
Like, I can't.
Eat a ramen noodle.
Yeah.
Ramen noodle. That's the cutest thing ever. But that shit's fire.
It is fire, dude. For real.
I've been seeing different ways to cook ramen, and I'm like...
Dude, there's a cookbook, 101 ways to make a ramen.
Why?
Like, people, like, dude, I have a friend whose mom would make, like, a ramen casserole. I have another friend whose mom... Yeah, like, they would layer it with a bunch of different things.
Y'all doing too much.
Too much. But, like,
man,
or you
I
can, like, crunch up the noodles.
Asian food, man.
Yeah, like, crunch up the dry noodle, like, on a salad for, like, a crunch. Like, there's all kinds of things you can do with it. It's... It's crazy.
I'm gonna have to explore a little bit.
Or you can just throw my own vegetables in it.
Okay,
like egg,
I've done that. I'm a cup person.
That.
I like the cup of soups.
I love the cup of soups.
Those are
too.
my thing. I can't do the packets.
I like them. Yeah, I like the cups better. My boys like the packets though.
Yeah, my kids.
My son, for some reason, makes the best ramen noodle you could ever make. I don't know how he does it. Like, it's so delicious.
It must be a boy thing.
Bear,
Lex is the same way.
Bear does that.
It's crazy.
And his eggs too. Like, his eggs. I'm like, what do you do to your eggs?
Do you?
Why are your eggs
like
so
all
fire,
noodles.
bro?
Yes.
Funny.
So weird.
So weird how they do that.
Right.
Yeah, Lex is the same way. He's really good with ramen. He's really good with eggs. Maybe he should move in with him too.
I'm like, he got me looking at the microwave all weird, like,
Yes.
I pushed the wrong button.
Yeah, I'm like, how much water are you putting? Like,
Right.
Yeah, like when do you put this little packet in? Like,
I'm gonna watch you.
yeah.
I remember when Bear was little, he used to make these chimichangas. And I don't even remember what he did to them, but they were frozen with nasty cheese and some, like, just all processed. And I was like, dude, bro, what are you doing to these? Because they're so good.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think it was a
weird
prison thing. Like,
Yeah,
just like
that's the
might
thing.
have
grab
been.
whatever you get out of the
And make
just
something out of nothing.
Make a
got some enchiladas.
Right.
And
Make it
Say
enough. Oh my gosh, I was watching.
Exactly.
I mean, of course, we're all binging on Netflix right now. I was watching the like women in prison or people in
Oh
prison
my gosh,
thing.
yes.
And I was watching them make enchiladas, and I was like, bro, I never thought of that. That's such a good idea.
know. The way they mash up ramen and make it all wet. And
You
then,
guys
like,
are disgusting.
it looks good.
I've never been to jail, so maybe
I
I
have no
don't.
idea what you're even talking about.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Jail spread.
man.
A spread.
Oh my goodness. So
All
if
right.
anybody's working on a recipe, but there's one for you.
There it is.
Oh my goodness. All right. So, on to point 2.
How did we even get there?
It was ramen.
It was the ramen
It was
thing.
the ramen.
All right. So, I went from body, and I'm going to go and shift into the mind. Yesterday, I brought this up a little bit earlier. I talked to the homegirl, Julie, Fun Size 17. If you haven't followed her, follow her. Follow the Brown Girls Movement. Check them out. They're an amazing set of women. Beautiful.
Yes.
I have a little baby
Incredible.
crush on her.
Come be on
Just
our
a
show.
little baby crush on her.
She's
I mean,
beautiful.
adorable.
I stalked her page when you guys
Yeah.
told me that, and I did, and she's beautiful.
She
Yes.
is. And she's
Can't wait
getting
to meet
into
her.
some graphic design.
Nice.
And so
Oh,
she's
she's working with Sincerely Collins.
amazing.
She's so dope.
Yeah, she's so dope. The whole Brown Girls movement. I mean, they have the Brown Boys movement too, and I'm all for that. Like,
Yeah.
that's amazing. You all have been around, but
But women are the real
yeah,
deal.
we're the women are doing some shit right now, and
We
it's
are.
incredible. So when I saw that she posted, we've been trying to get our logo from different artists. We've gone through so many different artists and trying to get it right, and I've had this idea in my head, and our niece put it out on a paper for us. We just needed someone to like boom it up.
Boom it up.
And then when I saw that she did it, I was like, girl, what
exciting.
What do you need from me? I need you. And so I've been able to
Girl
chat with
power.
her back and forth, and we had this really amazing conversation yesterday, and she was talking about how she's taking this time to explore her creativity because she is a musician. That is what she's doing. But with COVID, she can't go have a concert. She can't.
Right.
So she was like,
Right.
I have to do something. So she just completely followed herself and is using her platform to try something new. And I'm like, girl, that's amazing. Like,
yes.
I'm so supportive of this. I'm so with it. So shout out to Fun Size 17. Go follow
Shout out,
her right
girl.
now. We
Yep.
love you, in case you don't know.
I think
But
she's watching our live.
but for her to be exploring her skills, the conversation made me think about how heavily I've relied on painting during this time.
Yes.
So for me to be able to sit down and put something on a canvas has been crucial to me surviving. It has been like
100%,
the
yep.
only way I've been able to get through my bad days the last few months.
Yep.
I've probably started like 20 different paintings. I've actually finished quite a few of them, and I actually like some of them.
Yeah.
I'm sure any artist can relate.
Yeah,
like,
I have a painting that I did hanging in my bathroom.
Yeah.
Like, that's how much I like it.
My daughter won't paint on her canvases.
She paints on everything else.
Everything else?
And then
Everything
she'll be
else
like,
is her
those are
canvas.
used for something special. And I'm like, well, when? You've had them for almost a year.
She's like, I'm not feeling it.
Yeah,
I'm not feeling it.
She's just like, she
love
hasn't.
that.
She don't touch her paint.
But I'm the same way.
Nothing,
When
like,
I have, when I feel a need to get something out, I've been doing it, and I get these visions in my head, and I'm like, I have to put it out, or I get inspiration. There's been a lot of artists doing their thing online. Arte by Jackie has been one of my bigger influences during this quarantine. Arte by Laura is one of my most favorite artists. She's out in Cali. So I've been just kind of putting myself into that, and you know, whether you take time to explore, read, cook, paint, hike, watch a new genre, find a horror movie or a comedy, or if you're romantic, or if you're, you know, into adventure, find something new to watch, find new music.
Totally.
You know, just find something new.
Yeah,
There's so many artists out. There's so many different ways. SoundCloud,
Now's the
Spotify.
time, I think.
Yeah.
Now's the time to, like, dip your toes into something new. I think, too, for me, one thing that helps me is, like, I can either come out of this, like, feeling more like crap, not feeling good, not getting anywhere, or I can emerge from this. Maybe I have a new hobby or a new interest, or maybe I actually accomplished something now that I have some time on my hands. So try something new.
I mean,
be open. Be the yes man.
If you start a new hobby, if you start a new business, or if you just learn how to take care of yourself, if you learn how to do your hair better, or paint your nails, or you know,
take a bath,
draw a mandala, like
Lots of baths.
Baths are amazing.
Yeah, explore crystals, explore smudging, explore. I have a friend that just recently got into smudging, and then she went and did a boudoir photo shoot. And she's on fire right now. I'm like, girl.
Yep. You can always tell when someone's hot like
and
that.
she's just
I love it.
She's doing her thing right now, and I love to see it. I love the smile that she comes in, the confidence that I see in her now. It's beautiful. I love it. You're getting hot because you know you're coming out.
Yeah, that too.
Your segment's coming.
Hers is important.
Yeah.
Mine is very important.
It is.
You have an extremely important segment. Stay tuned. Okay, so I have one last but not least, okay?
Okay.
Share some love. If this is not the most important thing I say today, share some love. The world needs it right now. Our souls need it.
Love thy selfie.
Above, like, the fact that you go and hang out with Shalina, the fact that you're going and spending time with the friends that you haven't had time to. You're taking vacations, like, you're sharing love, so you're for it too. Shut up.
She's like, no, not.
You don't know my life.
I see you, homegirl. There are opportunities all around us. Speaking of, this Saturday at Nature's Meds, August 8th, 7 a.m., they're going to be hosting a donation drive at their McDowell location. They're going to be feeding homeless, supplying items to those in need. You can make some donations. Hit up Turpy Tammy. Shout out, we love you. We know you've already heard about her on our show.
And if anybody can't make it, just shoot me a DM on my Instagram, on my personal Instagram, and I'll swing by and pick it up.
Yep.
You could message any of us. I have tons of kids' clothes. I have school uniforms from last year.
For real.
Teenager clothes. I have some of my old clothes and jackets. So
everything helps.
Blankets,
any little thing
socks, toilet paper,
toiletries, women products.
Yes. The community is coming together.
Is it like non-perishable goods too, like canned foods and things like that? Okay, cool.
Yep. So, if you can make it out to Nature's Meds next weekend, do that. They're going to have food trucks. They said that last time they did this, they fed over 700 people.
Damn.
So, and I know Trippy Tammy, when she first started it was like 200 people. So she's doing her thing.
Dude.
Doing her thing.
That's beautiful.
Also, send a love note or FaceTime an old friend. Check in with your family and your friends. Yes. Literally waste some time with your family. Sit down and watch a movie. Play a board game. Learn some cards. Take a social distance vacation. Shout out to Dami. Her family just went camping, and that looks amazing. So amazing. It looks so beautiful. So
I just want to come. I know. I
want to smell
I
that
want to smell the baby.
so
Let
bad.
me smell your baby.
That's you.
So I got to see a baby last night.
I know. Babies make... Dude, you know what one of my all-time like wishes is, you know, at the hospital you can become a volunteer to hold babies.
Oh.
Yes.
And there's a waiting list.
You can.
And that's like one of my dreams is like I want to have like a gold-plated rocking chair at a hospital in my memory because I held all the babies. That's what I want to do.
That's beautiful.
I love babies.
Let's figure out how to do that. There's a waiting list?
There's a waiting list to do it.
It's very
neat.
popular.
So like nurses can't always hold babies. So like you're holding them for their mother while they're resting while the nurses are doing their thing.
Yeah.
Or, you know, babies that were born, you know, with any types of problems or issues, you know, just cuddling
That's
with
so
them
beautiful.
They need the skin to
skin contact.
physical
It's a
contact.
thing.
Babies give me baby fever.
And then I woke up. No.
She said, and then I woke up.
I want to
No,
so
baby.
bad.
I love babies,
no.
but I can't do that again.
If
Not
I'm fine when I'm not around babies. Not seeing babies, I don't have an issue. The second I get around a baby, I'm like, I want to have a baby.
That's disgusting.
I'm serious.
speechless.
It's gross. I can't.
I'll go see
I'm
a
too
baby.
old. Yeah, I don't have
Luckily,
the
our
patience.
brother's just popping them out like
left
My
and right.
yeah, my family is at that stage too, where they're having my siblings are having the babies, and I can love them. And
I'm like
spoil
the
them.
only one with one, and I've been trying to have another one for like years. I'm
Yeah.
like,
No,
yeah.
I love it.
Babies.
Babies.
Ugh.
disgusting. Kids ruin everything.
Did you guys know that they
kidding.
Yeah, and they wake up in the middle of the night and early,
They're so
And then
annoying.
the worst part is eventually they become teenagers.
and then they talk back, and then you're not cool.
Just in case you were wondering,
And you don't
that's
do
what they
anything
do.
right.
And when they turn 18, it's not over.
It's not over.
Anyway, just do something for your heart. Be graceful. Be patient.
Yay.
Be loving.
Yeah, we love you, kids.
We love you, children. We're just kidding. Kind
They're
of.
easier to take care of than old people. Just saying.
I
did
mean,
that
that's
for
a
a few
valid
years, so-
point.
Yeah,
That's a valid point.
and they need to return
Not
the favor
arguing
when we
that.
need it.
Not arguing that.
And the last but not least, if you need to cry, just freaking cry, man.
Cry,
Yeah,
yell in a
there's been a
pillow,
lot of
lose
that.
it. Lose
Yeah, go
The
ahead.
water.
Have you guys heard of those like rage rooms?
No,
No.
but I'm interested.
So
What?
Tell me more.
So there's these rooms, and they're they exist. I think there might be one, maybe like in Scottsdale. I don't know where they exist, but we can definitely find one. But it's a rage room where you go in and you just beat the crap out of everything in that room. They give you a sledgehammer, and you just go ballistic. You break everything.
Etiquette crew
Take
went
my
there
money.
one time.
Yeah, that
Yeah?
sounds great.
That maybe
She
yeah.
said, "Take my
Field
money."
trip.
You should go
I mean,
there.
dude, they'd be.
Loud
I
women
would like.
in the
They'd be
rage
all
room.
age. Your time's
Yeah.
up. Age. Oh, she's going into the other room. Age. I would just lose it, dude. No, you can't break that. That's not the room you can break. Like that's our office. I can't stop. Lose it. So that's something that would be fun. Get out some
Therapy
frustration.
at its finest.
Yeah. Seriously.
It's like
Yeah.
rage yoga. I've
Rage
seen
yoga.
that.
Yes.
Just like metal
Yes.
yoga.
Metal
just
yoga.
screaming.
Everything. Yeah.
Oh
Let
my
it out.
goodness. The world needs some healing. No one's even gonna blame you. If you need to cry, if you need to yell, if
Do
you need
it.
to bitch and complain, just do it.
Do it.
This whole show is full of curse words.
Yeah.
I'm
$90
so
That's why I'm
sorry.
so quiet.
We love you, Kitty. Yeah,
I know.
You shouldn't. You should know better. We did say we were
do.
loud,
Yes.
Yeah.
We are
We're loud
proving
women.
that today.
for sure. All right, sister, you up?
All right.
Ready?
So this is super important.
Super important.
We definitely
Yes.
need to be raising awareness about this. It's bigger than the Black Lives Matter. It's about the children. It's about saving the kids with the human trafficking and what's going on right now. This has been going on for years and
Ever.
years and years and years. And I think
sad.
that noise finally needs to be made.
Mm-hmm.
There is an organization called SaveTheChildren.org on obviously the website. And then, Instagram, there's Save the Children _AZ. There's another page on Instagram that I do want to bring up, and it's called The Daily Traffic. And if you go on there, you'll see a bunch of people who are being prosecuted right now for sex trafficking, human trafficking. If you go on
So
to the
crazy.
yeah, it's sad. If you go on to the National Human Trafficking Hotline or their website, they have pictures of people who just this year, beginning in January, who have been arrested here in just Arizona alone, and it's over 80.
Wild.
Yeah, and so they have the pictures and names with their cases and everything. And I do want to bring up that before I go into the myths and facts about human trafficking. If any one of our followers are ever having any problems or issues, and you not necessarily know how to talk about it, hit us up in our DM. Tell us that you want to buy any of our merch, anything, and kind of send a little. We got to figure out
send an SOS.
Yeah, and I mean, we'll definitely come. I'll come by and save you.
100%.
So, have you seen that 911 call where the girl ordered a pizza? And she was like,
yes.
No, you're not. I would like a pepperoni pizza.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's just so scary.
Hit us up in the DM and tell us that you want to order a pepperoni pizza, and I will deliver a pepperoni pizza for you.
That.
We got one for that.
Yeah.
I got you.
I'm on it.
I mean,
I'll be right there.
Kids, this goes to kids, this goes to mothers, sons. Everybody is susceptible to human trafficking. So just because you think
and
you're
the
a boy,
statistics
you're
are wild,
16
right?
years
It's like every
old,
so many seconds that something
It
like
is.
that's going
Yes.
on.
And it's like in ways that you wouldn't think, through adoption even. Like I'm adopted, and there's a lot of human
Check
trafficking.
this out: 30 to 40% of human victims are actually trafficked by loved ones. Parents.
That's wild.
Adults.
That blows my mind.
Crazy thing, I was reading this. So in Hollywood, I guess a lot of the parents, you see videos and movies, and have you ever wondered how they got that scene and how that little girl was in that scene and what actually happened to that girl, So I didn't start thinking about it until I started until I started coming up, and I'm like, how did they make these videos, and how did they make these movies, and why is it okay that we're watching this? Why is it okay that we're
it's true.
It's just sad. It broke my heart. I was literally crying when I was doing this whole shit.
That's
It's a heavy subject.
It is.
There's so many things going on right now in the media and in the public between Epstein and even the conspiracies about Britney Spears right now are going nuts.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Going
Those
crazy.
Are insane.
And I can't help but think
that makes me so sad.
That poor girl needs some help.
I know.
And I don't know if it's right. I don't know. I don't know.
It's not right. Her dad is a psychopath, and has basically held her under this
conservatorship.
That's crazy to me. That's
this happens a lot.
And it's just we were saying, the whole world is just up in an uproar, and it's time to make some changes. It's time. It's time.
I was talking to my nail lady, and she was telling me how they have trained Britney Spears' voice to sound just like that.
Yeah, because she can sing like Christina Aguilera.
Yeah, she sounded too much like Christina Aguilera, and they didn't want that.
Her IG is managed. It's very
I've been staying up late at night, just tripping out at how sad that is.
Getting sucked into comments.
I have looking at all the comments and people spiraling, saying that she's a clone and that's not her. And I've been spiraling on that at night.
I mean,
some of the meds that they're giving her, that's
you can't deny
they're gonna wreck you.
She looks like an empty vessel.
There's also
nothing there.
Here in Phoenix, I feel horrible. I don't remember her name at the moment. Jorge Pico's official. He's been posting about it. He's a local guy here. He puts out supports a lot of small businesses. Amazing family. But he shared something that there was a little girl who was a victim. She went missing, and she's autistic, or she had she had something going on, and she got into some kind of online thing with an older man, and has disappeared. And I immediately went to my daughter and was like, this and that and that and this, and she's like, I know, Mom. And I'm like, no, you don't know. You don't get it.
These
people will tell you I'm your friend.
Whatever
nobody cares
they
about
need
you.
to tell you.
Yeah, and
they'll even tell you they're 14 years old.
Yeah.
They're 60-year-old
That's
men,
wild.
and that's crazy to me. And I tell my daughter, stop paying attention to how many followers and how many people are watching you, because half of them are pedophiles.
Yeah,
Yep.
or they're even worse. They have women that help them, or they have like I read this story about a girl who was trafficked by her friend. It was a friend that she had been friends with for a few months. They had hung out a couple times, and then she was like, "Hey, my boyfriend is gonna go pick you up, and then we're gonna go to this party." She was gone for 6 months.
That's crazy.
She went missing for 6 months, and she couldn't even talk about what she went through. Like, she wasn't even ready. All she was ready to say was like, "This was my friend." So you have to be careful.
There is a young woman, very strong woman, who a video is actually circulating the Instagram right now about her surviving child trafficking and stuff. And she had started off in a group home. Obviously, you know, she went through abuse and all that, so she ran away when she was 10 years old. When she was 10 years old, she went over to a house with her cousin family. Her cousin left her there for I don't know, a little bit, and the guy didn't even like abuse her or anything, like manipulated her, took her vulnerability and made it into a business, and that's crazy to me. And basically, you know, groomed her to be a prostitute, and when she wouldn't get on, you know, the streets, she was beat. She was, and you know, that's just that's crazy. You know, and it's so sad. You know, it's people that you know, it's people that you love, it's people, you know, it's
happening.
So let me get into the myths and actual facts about human trafficking, because I think this is important, and everybody thinks that, you know, you're invincible and your child, it cannot happen to your child, and so one of the myths is it's always or usually a violent crime. Truth is, by far the most persuasive most pervasive myth about human trafficking is that it always or often involves kidnapping or otherwise physically forcing someone into a situation. In reality, most human traffickers use psychological means such as tricking, defrauding, manipulating, or threatening victims into providing commercial sex or exploitative labor. That's sad.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
The next one is all human trafficking involves commercial sex. Reality is human trafficking is the use of force, fraud, or coercion. I can't say that.
Coercing.
Okay. To get another person to provide labor or commercial sex. Worldwide, experts believe there are more situations of labor trafficking than of sex trafficking.
So, like forcing people to provide labor versus do a sexual act, they're forcing you to dig ditches or,
gosh,
who even knows?
Slave work.
Slave work.
Slave work.
Okay.
However, there is much wider awareness of sex trafficking in the United States than of labor trafficking.
So that
most people think it's just work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just working to get paid.
Yeah.
Gosh, I wanted to drop a name so bad, but it was an old boss.
You know who you are.
Yeah, you know who you are. We're not gonna do that. No, we're not gonna do that. We're uplifting.
Positivity.
So, the other myth is only undocumented foreign nationals get trafficked in the United States. No, it's very wrong.
Your little cute daughter or son that is 12 years old or 8 years old or 3 years old or 16 years old.
And my daughter wants to know why she can't go to the park by her damn self.
I know.
Smack you.
I know.
Yeah.
So scary.
Yeah.
No.
I don't let my daughter anywhere. I tell her, like, you're too pretty. I'm sorry, you can't.
Yeah.
Right, but crazy.
Like, even she walked out of work yesterday and this lady stopped and talked to her, and me and Mike were right there, like, watching what was happening, but I was like, she cannot come outside until I get here from now on. Like, she's gonna have to wait inside. Because I'm just like, no.
It is scary. It's super scary.
Don't be talking to strangers. It's not the time.
And the children don't think that this woman, this nice woman, can harm them. And it's like, no.
Yeah.
You don't know her.
You have no idea.
That woman was 3 times bigger than you.
You're just pretty, okay? That's it.
That's it. And that's not going to save you.
Yeah. And it sucks because, you know, I don't teach my children to be rude. I don't teach them to ignore people or walk past people. Right. But it's just nuts, and you have to protect yourself.
For sure.
It's true. 100%
share love, but not that much love.
Right. Spread positivity. But
throw a thumbs up and walk away quickly.
Smile and wave.
Smile and wave, boys.
Wave from far.
Smile and wave.
All right. So Polaris has worked on thousands of cases of trafficking involving foreign national survivors who are illegally living and or working in the United States. These include survivors of both sex and labor trafficking. A myth is human trafficking only happens in illegal or underground industries.
Nope.
This is crazy to me. Human trafficking cases have been reported and prosecuted in industries including restaurants, cleaning services, construction, factories, and more. Do you guys remember that church that was downtown, that dome church?
Mm-hmm.
That pastor, he was prosecuted for sex trafficking and and that's crazy to me. A church,
I know,
pastor,
I know.
I mean, it's
that
not
people trust.
I mean,
that people look up to. That people look up to.
It's been rampant in religion for a long time.
And not only that,
is it shocking?
not only
that sucks to say, but I'm like. Sex trafficking is
but
in
that's
religion.
kind of like
it's
what
known.
the theme is for that too. It's always with people with power, people that can get people to trust them, and be dependent on them, or that just have that power.
Yeah,
that's like what it seems like with Epstein, with all these like celebrity things happening. It sucks to say,
but it's pretty easy to break down a person. It's pretty easy to break down a person's spirit, a person's. I mean, people in domestic violence relationships, people who have had crappy parents, even people who have had good parents, and just along the way things kind of got screwed up. Like
I feel like I could catch a case for ruining somebody, like just not even intentional, but just because of how I talk and how rude I am.
That's what I mean.
Like you're so mean, and I'm like, no, these are like
that sometimes.
I've definitely in the last few years have got rid of my filter, and I say things even to my children that hurt their feelings, and I maybe shouldn't probably say,
but I've had to have that tough skin. I had to get that
remember
tough
where
skin,
you're from.
Everything used to make me cry.
Man up.
Yeah. Do you know who your mom is?
Yeah.
Do you know who I am?
You act like a little.
Yeah. I mean, and it's just the way it is for sure.
Yeah. For sure.
All right. There's more.
But wait,
there's more.
Right. So only women and girls can be victims of and survivors of sex trafficking.
Big myth.
No. Huge. One study estimates that as many as half of sex trafficking victims and survivors are male. Advocates believe that percentage may be even higher, but that male victims are far less likely to be identified.
100%.
LGBTQ boys and young men are seen as particularly vulnerable to trafficking. The one thing I wanted to say about that is there's, a kid that I know who's not necessarily going through anything right now that I'm aware of. I have been talking to this kid regularly to check on him because he is transitioning and very alone. His parents won't really talk
not
to
accepting
him.
it.
Yeah, and he actually, he actually reached out to me on Instagram, and because he had sent little heart faces on one of the pictures, my sexy pictures that I post, and I was like, whoa, buddy, how old are you? You know what I mean? Whoa. Like, I gotta start putting, 18 and up on my thing, you know what I mean? But, so, that's how actually I started talking to him, and, kind of just, not took him under my wing, but, checking on him. I'm sad. It's
something, one word can change the course of someone's entire day or mind frame for sure. So that's probably huge, dude. He probably just needed to be heard, and you gave him that, held that space for him.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
And I'm he posts pictures and stuff, and I'm like, you're so beautiful.
Oh,
He's
You're
so
all about spreading
little.
love.
See,
Don't deny
see, you
it.
are. You are.
Damn it, they caught me. But yeah, it's very sad. But let me go ahead and continue. Human trafficking involves moving, traveling, and transporting a person across the state or national borders. Wrong. Human trafficking is often confused with human smuggling, which involves illegal border crossing. In fact, the crime of human trafficking does not require any movement whatsoever. Survivors can be recruited and trafficked in their own hometowns and even their own house.
Wow.
Wait, in their own hometowns and even.
I've seen that. There was a person who, she always kind of lived a crazy life. She always kind of had that kind of crazy lifestyle. And she was vulnerable. Her confidence would go in and out. There was times where she was just, I'm the baddest, I'm the best. And then there was time where I'm the worst and I'm the lowest.
Are you talking about me?
Hold on.
It sounds so familiar.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
I wasn't going to say no names, but, but she ended up getting into real prostitution and hitting the streets, and she wasn't very far from my house to find out. And it was like, what do I do? You know, and I had to step back and realize, like, I am not Superman. I can't solve everybody's problems.
Save everyone.
I can only tell you, you are my friend and I love you and I care about you, but I can't do this.
Right.
And it got to that point, but she was literally miles away from where her home was. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't have to be.
No.
They can.
It could be your husband.
Yeah.
It could be your husband that has molded you to believe
manipulation, narcissism, all of that.
Yeah. That this is what your life is supposed to be like, and that's not okay. There's tons of resources that you guys, not you guys, but anybody can look up. I have a number right here. It's 1-888-373-7888. That's
one more time.
1-888-373-7888. That's the National Human Trafficking Hotline. You can also reach out to any one of these platforms, Save the Kids _AZ or the Daily Traffic, and kind of reach out to them. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can definitely reach out to us at any point in time.
At any point. Sure.
Like I said, order a pizza through Instagram, and I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. All commercial sex is human trafficking. All commercial sex involving a minor is legally considered human trafficking. Commercial sex involving an adult is human trafficking if the person providing commercial sex is doing so against his or her will as a result of force, fraud, or coercion. Coercion. Okay. Another myth. If the trafficked person consented to be in their initial situation, then it cannot be human trafficking or against their will because they knew better. Which, okay, so this kind of messes me up because when you're 10 years old and you're being molded, and you're being groomed into believing that this is a thing and this is a life.
Yeah.
But it does say that all underage is, right? So,
minors.
So all minors, no matter your age, if you say, I want to do this, you're still being considered trafficked. Mm-hmm. But if you're over the age of 18, which still isn't really fair because you can be 25 and go through a divorce and be lonely and go find some guy on the internet and he's like, hey, let's blah, 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 XYZ.
And you probably
and you're just so messed up in your head that you're like, all right.
Mm-hmm. But there's
because you want that guy's approval.
Right.
These predators are on dating sites, on social media platforms, sitting right next to you at church, in your home, your best friends, your cousins. Like, it could literally be anyone. And I think that's why I'm just like, I don't trust anybody. Like,
that's true.
I could love you, but I don't trust you.
Right. No, it's true.
Like, And I think a lot of people think it's like, oh no, if you gotta love me and trust me. Like, nah, man, those are two different things.
Yep.
Like, love is different than trust.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like,
I can love everybody.
I love everybody, but I
Yeah.
don't trust you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it's two different things. And I think, you know, everybody, like, it's hard to not trust when you're so open and you wear your heart on your sleeve and
and so kind.
so, yeah, and it sucks. It sucks. It's a scary world, man.
For sure.
Totally is.
Give us that number one more time.
Oh, so that number is 1-888-373-7888. That's the National Human Trafficking Hotline. So if you guys know anybody who is going through some troubles, issues, abusive arguments, anything like that, you can definitely reach out to them and
Get some help.
There's
definitely lots of hotlines. I was reading while trying to do research, like in what I was going to talk about today. There's lots of hotlines. All I did was, Google helpline or suicide line, and there's so many different resources. It's just a matter of looking for it.
Right.
And if, like you said, if you need help, if you need something, if you need a friend, if you need someone to talk to, we're here for you. Just go to our pages, reach out to our email. Yes, if you whatever you need to do, and if you're like, yo, I need some pizza, we're gonna know exactly what you need.
Yeah, we actually have a number that you can call, and
we do 480-788-4025. 480-788-4025. You can send that number a message. You can send that number an email. You can send that number.
You can call that number
and order a pizza,
Someone
and I
might
will
answer,
know.
Yeah.
That it goes straight to my phone. So 480-788-4025. If you need anything, don't forget. Just reach out to us if you need anything. We're supposed to totally play a game today, but it's almost 11 o'clock.
And I got 3 more myths and facts.
So we're just going to keep going with this. This is important stuff.
It is. Thanks for bringing it up.
I know.
I don't have a whole lot to say because this is slightly personal, and I just want to give a shout out to my cousin for surviving this.
Oh, I love
that.
Yeah.
Huge shout out to you, man. Huge shout out to you. That's amazing because you are a survivor. You're very important, and you are loved.
Yep.
And to any survivor that talks about it or brings it up or even attempts to heal from it, like, that's amazing.
Yeah, to keep going and you know what I mean, and kind of just not put that out of your mind, but make it let it define you.
Right.
Not letting it define you and kind of moving forward. I think that's huge. And again, all survivors, you guys are loved. You guys are amazing people, and you're blessed. Super fucking blessed.
Yes.
Excuse my language. Sorry.
We're going to title this episode the one with all the bad words.
Yes. Our whole edited version is going to be like beep, beep, beep.
All right. So a myth is people being trafficked are physically unable to leave their situations, locked in, held against their will. The reality is that it is sometimes that case. More often, however, people in trafficking situations stay for reasons that are more complicated. Some lack the basic necessities to physically get out, such as transportation or a safe place to live. Some are afraid for their safety. Some have even been so effectively manipulated that they do not identify that at the point of as being under the control of another person. Quote unquote, like Britney Spears.
Yeah.
Like, she has no idea that this is happening to her, and
so crazy.
It's been so long.
So long.
So long. That's sad. So another myth is labor trafficking is only or primarily a problem in developing countries. Reality is labor trafficking occurs in the United States and in other developed countries, but is reported at lower rates than sex trafficking. And again, I think that's because people don't really know. Like, they think they're just getting paid to do a job and don't really necessarily know that it's slavery.
Yeah.
Stupid boss. And the last one, traffickers, and this may not be the last one, this is the last one that I have. Traffickers target victims they don't know. Reality is many survivors have been trafficked by romantic partners, including spouses and family members, including parents.
Gosh.
I think we kind of went over that one already. My bad. But yes, again, to raise awareness, you guys, they had a march. I think it was today's Friday. It was Friday, the 31st. On the 31st, they had the march downtown. They had it in several different cities. I know during one of those marches, I'm not at the top of my head, I don't remember what state it was in, but they ran into the CNN studio to kind of get like media coverage, and they didn't put it up, nothing. So the only media coverage right now is actually on social media platforms. So if you guys want to help me make some freaking noise, hashtag save the children, tag save the kids _AZ, tag daily traffic. I've been posting a bunch of things, and
I'll
just
start
to
doing that for sure.
just
raise
make
that
noise.
awareness.
Even look up the hashtag, and there's tons of different platform or different profiles that you can go to and just kind of share theirs, get a lot of information. You can donate to these organizations as far as like blankets and tons of things. So definitely check that out.
U-Mom is one of the places that helps a lot here locally, so you could reach out to them. Yes. They're one of my favorite organizations to donate to.
Cool.
Don't turn a blind eye to it, for sure. Don't, because I know for me, hearing about it makes me just feel awful, and it's like almost too much to even bear or think about. But at the same time, like, you have to bring light to the situation, because there are people living that like right now as we speak. So educate.
Yes. Education is key. Again, let's just make some noise. I mean, we made a lot of noise for Black Lives Matter. Why isn't this so important as much as that is? There's children in cages right now. There's children in not being fed. They're being raped every 30 seconds.
And especially the kids now who aren't even in school, where that was their only freaking
their only
out.
escape. I mean, that's even another subject is, being locked down with an abusive partner. It's crazy. It's sad. It is. 2020 is
not the year for forgiveness.
Not apparently 2020.
Sorry, 2020.
No, 2020 vision. No.
Time for change.
All right. So, that was a good show.
Good show.
Welcome back.
Glad we stuck
yelling
it.
at me.
I talk loud.
No.
Sorry.
No.
Well, we skipped Top Box. We skipped our second segment of music. But we hope you guys enjoyed today's show. Thank you for hanging out with us.
Thank you.
Shout out to the loud crowd over.
The
loud crowd. Friends.
Loud
We
crowd.
love
How many
y'all.
of us have them?
Run that back one more time.
I did want to give a shout out to our Yucca sponsors for July. We got a ton of love from everybody helping us out. Collective Art, Chronic Vision, Melancholy Musing. Shout out T. She was here with us today. Got to see the first part of the
Got
show.
my stickers.
Woo. Thank you.
We love you, T. Sean Baker, he was on our show. Hi Mom Merch has been on our show. Panda Stash, yours truly. Pink Kush, she's been on our show. Lights Out Boutique, she's gonna be on our show.
Yay.
5150 Ganja Girls, we gotta get Brittany on the show.
Yes. Yes.
We're gonna do another sponsor round in September, so make sure you check it out, get in on it. Hit up Alien at Soul if you're interested. If you want to listen to any of our past shows, go to linktreeloudweed.az. Plus, find all of our social media accounts. Just look up loudweed.az.
And if you want to just donate money for our effort bucket so we can go on vacation, that'd be great,
Yeah,
too.
That'd be fun.
Sponsors.
We won't be mad, I
We'll
swear.
shout you out.
We'll shout you out all day.
All day, the whole vacation. We'll talk about you.
I'm all, what's that, Sofa King? You want us to eat more edibles?
Right, I'll go on live with you.
Yes.
And again, you can log on to our social media accounts, find out how to be a guest yourself, find out how to sponsor us. You're going to find the sponsor drive. Just look under Get Loud With Us. To be a guest, just look under Be Our Guest. It's pretty simple.
Yep.
Find all the links that you need on linktree/loudweedaz. Make sure you're following us on Instagram, Facebook. You can subscribe to our YouTube, our Twitter, anchor.fm/loudweedaz. There's so many different ways, so if you're not listening to us, I don't know what to tell you.
I know.
I know you found
you're
us.
Sleeping.
I know you did.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see you guys in 2 weeks again on KDIF 102.9 in South Phoenix. Loud Weed AZ out.
Bye. Later.